Hello and welcome to this episode of Cosmic Crow Tarot. As you can see, I have a deck of tarot cards already laying out on the table. This is the Tarot in Wonderland. See the box right here. We're going to be using this deck today for a special reading. I was originally going to do this reading just for myself, but then I thought about it and I feel like I'm not alone in these worries and these concerns. Oh, if you saw my daily reading today, which I'm doing this Saturday the 14th, there's inspiration and monetary ideas that we have in our minds that we're not growing yet. And we might be too concerned about where our next dollar is going to come from and worried about that. And that's causing us to, not feel absolutely great in our lives. I'm on that page right now, and I'm sure I'm not alone in that. I've even read this wonderful book, Secret. I know I'm a little bit behind with it because I think this book came out in 2006. But I was gifted it from a friend who was giving away books, and I happened to find that one, and she's like, take it. So it's definitely a good book. I've read it cover to cover, and it does share very useful information, and it's about the law of attraction and what energy, what thoughts we put out into the world or the universe, that's the what we'll receive back. So if we're worried about finances and stuff like that, well, then we're telling the universe that, oh, we can't afford that. And the universe says, okay, well then I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep giving you those negative thoughts. So according to The Secret, all we have to do is start seeing our concerns, like every bill that comes in, see it as a check and stop putting the effort into worrying about it and focus on staying positive about it. I know if you're anything like me, this is a lot easier said than done because, you're on top and then another bill comes out and you're back at the bottom again and worrying about how you're going to pay the next one. So that's where my mind is at the moment, and I was going to just do a reading for myself, and then I thought, hey, maybe someone else can appreciate this and someone else can use this. Crystals, as you can see, a certain few of them are surrounding the cards so I can get the right energy, and all of these, well, most of these deal with financial success and like monetary use. Pyrite, which has been called fool's gold in the past, this is the pyrite egg ion. It works for prosperity and abundance too, I guess. And when they first found it, they were fools for believing it was gold, but look at it. It very much looks like gold. And I like the fact this is an egg because then it shows the beginnings. Like the tarot reading I did for all of us today on my pages, it's Saturday the 14th. With the Ace of Pentacles. Aces are like the egg, and beginnings and being able to grow that into something more. Garnet, which helps a lot with prosperity and abundance. We've got carnelian, which I can't guarantee actually works for prosperity and abundance, but it's a crystal of happiness and staying positive and just believing in the best. It also kind of looks like an egg. Aventurine, for creative ideas and prosperity and abundance. Tiger's Eye, to have the strength and confidence to make those ideas a reality. Citrine, because citrine, if you look up crystals for finances or crystals for prosperity, citrine is one of the most popular ones. There's a lot of baked amethyst out there that looks like citrine, so there is a possibility that that's actually what this is, but for what we're doing now, and for my beliefs, I truly believe that's citrine. And then we have ametrine, which is half citrine and half amethyst. The masculine and feminine energies coming together to create something. And then last but certainly not least, Sneaky Pete, my sodalite snake. Because sodalite is really good for having the confidence to speak your truth. And here I am making a video, so I'm speaking, so he's useful. Now, the thing I really like about this deck, and I know this is probably something that a lot of people don't like, is Alice is the upright. The White Rabbit is the reverse. So this is a nice way to be able to, cheat a little bit and not pull reverses. Because you can see before you pull it if it's going to be upright or reverse. So you can just simply turn it around. Now, I can read reversals. I don't have a problem with reading with reversals. I do have a problem with shuffling, and so you're watching me do that, and I apologize if this is making you cringe because I'm not fantastic at it. I blame it on my left-handedness. I don't know. It's a good excuse. But the thing about reversals, I believe it's a mindset. Just like everything else in life, we have the power to change our mindsets, to change our thoughts to positive ones instead of focusing on the negative. So by pulling the reversals, I see them as like being not having the confidence we need to succeed, feeling stuck or trapped in our lives, an energy blocking us from being able to take control of our lives. So for this particular reading, I'm going to read them all as uprights. And we will do a short reading that focuses on the money-making ideas we have in our minds and how we can grow them into something more. I'll draw 3 cards, and then I'll shoot 3 cards over there. I'll draw 3 cards, and we'll see how we can grow our ideas into something more. I'm going to use the basis of the present-future advice reading. And I've told you before that I don't predict the future. It's how we take those ideas and grow them that makes the future. We're able to change it. So for the first position, I'd like to see where we are presently. What money-making ideas are in our minds that we can grow into something more. And for the second position, we'll have the future, where these ideas can take us. And the third position, certainly not least, is the advice we have in order to achieve that. Okay. And then, of course, all my readings include the bottom of the deck because I feel like it shows the overall energy. Okay, let's start with this guy right here. One of the Tweedle brothers, Tweedledee, Tweedledum, I don't know which one it is, as the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles already is the card focused a lot on finances and security and happiness. He's the knight that puts in the hard work and effort, no matter how boring it might seem. The horse here even has that look of being bored with the whole situation. And a lot of times when we're trying to make those finances and stuff and we want to give up, the times can seem mundane and boring. Tweedledee or Tweedledum here, his facial expression, he looks worried. So maybe that's where we are presently with our ideas. We know there's hard work to be made, that we know we have to put an effort in, and we're worried if we're capable of achieving that. So this is the present position of where our money-making ideas are. The pentacle here, it's very similar to the pentacle and the Ace of Pentacles, where we have this idea and we want to grow it into something more, but we haven't taken the steps necessary to do it yet. So this knight appearing here says we have to keep going. We have to focus on what we want to achieve and grow it into something more. No matter how boring the work might get, no matter how much stress we might feel as we go about it, the hard work, focus, and effort is the key to growing those pentacles into something more. In the future position, we have the card of choices. I always call the Two of Wands the should I stay or should I go card. And you can see why. Alice is in this card, and she's looking over in the distance, holding onto a wand, and deciding where she's going to go next. The card right after this is the Three of Wands, the card of like embracing our individuality and following our right path. But before we can achieve that, we have to make the choice to follow this path. So it's interesting, we have the message at the present time that we know that hard work and focus and dedication is going to get us to where we want to be. But in the future, that might lead us to a crossroads. We really have to take the time and ask ourselves, which path are we most passionate about? Which one do we truly want to follow that we think will be successful? 2 is a feminine energy, which relates to the High Priestess and trusting our intuitions. So not looking externally for the answers that we seek, but taking the time to look within and really sit with our thoughts and make the choice that feels right for us. Then we come to the advice position, which is the Three of Pentacles. I like how it goes 2-3, and the advice is kind of goes along with the Two of Wands, because 2s can represent partnerships as well, and the Three of Pentacles really speaks about that. You see I believe this is the Red King. It's been a long time since I read and watched the Alice in Wonderland. White Rabbit and Alice herself, and they're working together to create those pentacles. They're all, the White Rabbit's looking at the map to see what to do next. Alice is the one putting him on the rose bush, or the rose tree, and the king is giving input to do that. So our ideas, we don't have to do these alone. We can collaborate and work together and grow these ideas into something more. Last but certainly not least, we have the Queen of Cups as the energy from the bottom of the deck. I always like to put the card from the bottom of the deck in the readings because I feel like it shows an overall energy and just where our minds are, or where our minds should be in order to achieve our goals. I believe this is the White Queen. You can see she's sitting in her throne with the ocean behind her, which means she's taken control of her emotions. She's in control, and she's the feminine leader of the suit of emotions, so she knows what needs done, and she's confident in herself because she doesn't let her emotions overcome her. She leads with them. Having compassion for ourselves and leading with that compassion and understanding helps a lot when it comes to achieving our goals. Yes, we need to be focused on it and work hard to achieve them. But if we're stuck at the crossroads worrying about what's going to come next, or what we can do to better ourselves, it's always important to have compassion for ourselves. Leave the worry and doubt behind and stay confident and focus on our goals. You can see here the Queen of Cups is very focused on this cup she's holding. From this angle, it looks empty. So maybe where we are right now, we feel like our cups aren't full and we just are filled with worry and doubt. We're not going to achieve our goals, and we're not going to make any difference if that is where our focus is. We have to believe in ourselves and put in the effort to see our work grow. We don't have to do it alone, though, and that's where the advice really comes in. And I think that's really good advice, that we're not alone in this. We have people that share the same thoughts and beliefs, and we have friends and family, or just people in general that are willing to help us with our goals. So talk about your wants and desires. Talk about these money-making ideas and really put our heads together in order to create our ideas. And focus. Focus is the most important thing, I feel like. Being able to focus no matter how boring the work might get. Focus on what we want to achieve and always have compassion for ourselves as well as others. If we allow the worry to plague our minds, like Tweedledee or Tweedledum here, one of the Tweedle brothers, then that's the energy we're putting out into the universe. Tweedledee doesn't do anything alone. He has his brother Tweedledum. And both of these cards, the Two of Wands and the Three of Pentacles, also talk about partnerships. So maybe that's where we're going wrong with this. Maybe we're keeping all this worry and struggles to ourselves when really there's people out there that can help us. Notice the Queen of Cups there is causing a shadow on the Two of Wands, but let's see that as a sign too. The Queen of Cups, she's the leader, the feminine leader, the compassionate leader, the empathic, intuitive leader of the cup suit. So that overshadows the choices that we have to make. Always have compassion for ourselves and always believe in the best. Love the lives we live, and if we don't, then work to create the lives that we love. We can do anything we set our minds to, but sometimes our minds need help from someone else, or being able to collaborate with something else to grow something. This reading might not be the key we need to find the financial success that we're looking for, but it gives us a general idea of how we can achieve it. Always work hard. Always face our choices and find what we're passionate about and follow our hearts. And don't be afraid to work together and gain inspiration and ideas from elsewhere. Work together and have fun. That's a big part of it. If we're always worried about money and finances and stuff, we're not having fun. But work together and make the choice to believe in ourselves and work hard for our goals. I truly hope that this reading gives you some inspiration, how you can work to create a life that you truly love. And I know it's a little short and impromptu, but I appreciate you taking the time to watch it. If you want a personal reading with this deck or any of the decks that I own, feel free to send me a message on either social media sites or book a reading on my website. I will put a link to it underneath. And I want to thank you very much for watching. I wish you all the best, and I will see you again soon.